What's happening, everyone? Today I'm back in the Emerald Isle, but this time I'm here to see if we can find the best pint of Guinness in Dublin. Dublin's one of those cities that has an endless supply of great pubs and an endless supply of amazing Guinness, but I can't physically try them all, so if I miss an absolute gem, let me know down in the comments and I might come back and do a part 2. We're starting off at the iconic Temple Bar because, let's be serious, it's probably the most famous pint of Guinness in the world. Thank you. While this pint settles, let's talk a little bit about how we're ranking each pint. I've got 3 metrics: the vibe of the bar, the price of the pint, and the overall pint itself. Because we all know, if the vibe's not up to par, and the pint costs an arm and a leg, then it doesn't matter how good it is. You're not going to be coming back. Now let's get into this, shall we? Off. Close enough. As expected, it's a phenomenal pint. But how does it compare with all the other metrics? Well, the bar itself's great. It's got that proper Irish pub feel. There is a reason why it's so famous, but at the same time, it just feels a bit touristy and a bit watered down. And then when you look at the price, $10.25 for a pint is absolutely scandalous. So, despite this pint having a great colour to it, not being too cold, having a perfect head on it, being smoother than silk, everything else takes this from what would have been a 9 if we were just basing on the pint alone, to a measly 4. There's no way locals actually drink here, no matter how good it is.
I wanted to know what the locals thought. Where was their favourite pint? Would they spend their money in the likes of Temple Bar? Or is there a lesser known bar somewhere hiding the holy grail that we're looking for?
What do you think the best pint of Guinness is in Dublin?
I think Peter's pub is alright.
The best pint of Guinness is in O'Regan's.
Maybe Stag's Head.
Kehoes, probably.
Tony's.
Kehoes. So, Kehoes had a couple of people recommend this place. It's certainly a much more traditional vibe. You don't have music blaring, you've got snugs all over the place, proper wooden furniture, just a really, really traditional feel. All the bartenders dress smartly. Pint itself, great colour to it, you can see the ruby coming through it. But the head, couple of bubbles in, bit rushed. Don't know if he let it really settle that full way, but the taste matters most. No G-split this time. And do you know what? It's a bit watery. It's nowhere near as smooth as the Temple Bar. It's quite watery and quite light. You really can get the vibe from the head that it was a wee bit rushed on the pour, but overall, great flavour, great colour, so maybe it was just this one was a bit rushed, but we've got to rank it just purely based on what we get. Like I said, vibe of the place is great. Price was $7.50, so much cheaper than the Temple, but still fairly expensive compared to other countries. Yeah, really is a wee bit watery. I think we're going to have to sit on, I think it's going to have to be about a 5.5. So, Peter's Pub, completely different vibe on this one. Seems like a much more upmarket place. And yet, still $7.50 for the pint, so it does seem to be that that's the sort of average around here. But this place has a lovely little beer garden area. We've got some old Guinness barrels as the tables, which I find really cool. Inside, quite posh, quite upmarket, sort of an intimate setting. Definitely not your typical Irish pub. The pint itself looks fantastic. You've really got that ruby glow sitting at the bottom, and the head looks wonderful. No bubbles in it this time. Could be a bit thicker for my liking, but let's give it a taste and see. Oh yeah. No, that's pretty good. Like, that is really creamy, fantastic flavour. Tad on the cold side, but really, really decent. Didn't manage to split the G again. That might be going out the window, but no, that's a really good pint. I think it's hard to rate this place whenever you compare it to the others because it's such a different vibe, but I really like the setting of it. I love a little outdoor seating area. You've got the heaters, you've got these big beer kegs. I think it's actually really, really cool. The pint's fantastic. The price is standard, so I think this might be the best so far, and I'm going to set it at... I think I'm going to set this at an 8.2. This could be quite hard to beat because of how good it is. O'Regan's. Straight off the bat, this vibe is immaculate. You've got the exposed brick walls. They're showing a classic movie on a projector. They're playing Frank Ocean. This is my type of place. Sitting on a sofa like this in a wee cocktail bar. Good looking pint of Guinness. This got me written all over it, so let's see if the pint lives up. No G split. It was £6.80, €6.80 for a Guinness. So it's one of the cheaper spots. It's one of the better looking spots. One of the best vibe spots. The Guinness itself, it holds up. It's a solid Guinness. Head could be a bit bigger. It could be a little less cold, but overall, that's a solid pint. I think whenever you take into account the vibe of the place and the price of the place, this might be going top. The last one was an 8.2. This is going to an 8.7. This is a fantastic spot. If you're in Dublin, O'Regan's, remember it. Here we are, bar number 5, the Stag's Head. Highly recommended, and I can tell why. It seems like the type of place that you come to get a pint and fish and chips. Like you walk in, the first thing you smell is fish and chips, and everyone seems to be eating it. And I kind of wish I was too, because it looks amazing. If you're talking about vibes of a place, this place is class. It's really old-fashioned. It's got stained glass windows, dark wood everywhere, like separating dividers between the bar stools. Got a couple of snugs. It looks unreal, and it's got a really good atmosphere about it, and the staff are really friendly. Back up to $7.50 for the pint, so again, we're at the average. We've had a couple lower, we've had a couple higher. $7.50 seems to be the average, but it does look good. It's got that nice thick head again. It's got a really good dark colour to it that you can still see the ruby vibes through. It's looking good, but is it tasting good? The G has been split, and it's a fantastic pint. That is the creamiest of the day. It's so thick. It's like honey. That is fantastic. That is better than Temple Bar. That's the best pint we've had all day. One of the best vibes we've had all day. The average price. I think that this has to be up there. In fact, I think it might have to be the best pint we've had all day. This is sitting at a 9.5. This is going to be hard to beat.
Before we get on to our final pint of the video, let's look at some honourable mentions. Head to the Palace Bar if you want a cosy little pub that gets really busy. If you're looking to play pool with your beers, then Mulligan and Haynes is the place to be. If you want a slightly more upmarket bar away from the crowds of the city centre, then Bowes does a great pint. And if you want a bar that stays open past all the rest, then Fibber McGee's is where you'll end up.
So, Toner's Bar. What a fantastic place to watch some sport. This wonderful outdoor area as well as the indoor traditional Irish bar. Fantastic spot. Average price is €7.50, but I mean this spot just makes up for it. This is like One of those ultimate beer gardens where you try and go to watch any football game. You've got a great looking pint. Again, slightly thin on the head for me. That's my preference, but a spot like this on a lovely day, watching the Champions League, really does make up for it. So I'm really hoping this pint does live up to the words we've heard. So, Solancha, we've not split the G, but oh, it does not matter. That is smooth. That is a smooth pint at the perfect temperature in such a fantastic atmosphere. Like, this is one of those places you walk into and you're greeted like your family, and everyone's here to watch some sport, everyone's here to have a pint of Guinness, and everyone's here to enjoy the weather. I don't know what it would be like on a cold winter's day. It might not be as good, but on a night like this, loving it. Great pint. Really does top all three metrics. Does it beat earlier? I really don't know if it does. Purely for the fact that the pint itself is not as good. We're gonna be at a 9.3. But it is very, very close.
Let's look at our final rankings. Propping up the table with a score of only 4 out of 10, we've got the Temple Bar. It's somewhere you have to go when you're in Dublin, but not somewhere you'll want to spend all night. In 5th place with a 5.5, we've got Kehoes. This place was great, and maybe we did just get a bad pint. I'd like to try it again and see if they can score higher. In 4th place, it's Peter's Pub with an 8.2. A lovely pub with a great outdoor area and a great pint, but I couldn't see myself spending all night here. Onto the podium now, and we've got O'Regan's in 3rd place with an 8.7. Great atmosphere, really cool pub, and a very solid pint. 2nd place now, and we've got Toners with a 9.3. If there's sport on or it's a nice sunny day, this is probably the bar I would choose to come to the most. But that means in 1st place, and my choice for the best pint of Guinness in Dublin, is the Stag's Head with a staggering 9.5 out of 10. This was probably the best pint of Guinness I've ever had in my life, and I'd love to come back here and try some of their fish and chips. Let me know down in the comments what you think of my list, and feel free to tell me if I've missed anywhere out. I'll see you next week.